morning. It's good to see you. Oh, the guitar don't like this outdoor weather right now. That's a little better. You caught me in a sideways glance. I didn't have a chance. You pulled me in like fishing wire. You touching me, it felt like fire. Used to think that I couldn't lose, that my love was mine to choose. I'm a wreck, yeah, I'm all stuck. You're just my luck, come on. You're just my luck, yeah. I wonder if I deserve the way you hit me when you threw that curve, the way you made my body shake. Yeah, it must have been my mistake. My dreams used to be a surprise. Now you will I see when I close my eyes. I'm a wreck, yeah, I'm all stuck. You're just my love. You're just my luck, yeah. I need some good help. I call heads, full tales, false tales each time. Now I know it was my heart you stole. Turns out I never really had control. Never made that foolproof plan. Now I'm helpless under your command. Never knew that it could feel like this. If you said I could erase one curse, wouldn't do it for $1 million. You're just my luck. You're just my luck, yeah, yeah. You're just my luck. I should have. Oh boy, got a little wind this morning. I should have. Oh, thought about the fact that there were high notes in that song before I started it, song 1. Here at 5:30 a.m. Out in the Mojave Desert, California. This is gonna fall into the category of too much information and totally not relevant to anything that is important, or even probably entertaining in any way. But there are certain traditions that I have, having gathered so many times out here in the desert, are just little things like I used the same stool. I found a little secondhand stool, or I can't remember. I either paid like $2 for this stool at some point somewhere, or I found it in a trash pile on the side of the road. I don't exactly remember the origin story of the stool that I sit on, but I do remember, and some of you may remember this guy, one of my neighbors, Tom, would come and watch a bunch of the gatherings when I would gather. I'd gather at, I think when we were doing that every night, I think it was at 7 o'clock, which is 4 o'clock in California time. So at 4 o'clock, I'd be set up out here every afternoon, and sometimes my neighbors would come by and sit around and crack a beer. And Tom was one of those guys. We called him Shipwreck Tom, if you remember. And at one point, and we were out here. There were some cold days, man. There were some cold days, and he gave me a little pad for my stool that I sit on every time I gather. The thing about this pad is that it has heating capabilities. You can charge this pad up, and it's like heated seat in a car. For years now, I have not used that, but I decided to charge it up in case it hit a cold morning. And it's a little bit cold. It's not that cold out here right now. I mean, it's pretty as the sun's coming up. Maybe I just wasn't ready for it. Anyways, it turns I think there are two kinds of people in this world: people that really, really enjoy seat heaters in cars, and those that find that sensation somewhat off-putting. I, generally speaking, when I first get into a car on a cold day, I would love a little heat in my seat, so to speak. But that desire really only lasts about a minute or two. And then once the seat starts getting hot, it does not feel pleasant to me. Anyways, not only could I not hit the high notes on that first song, I had a ragingly hot seat cushion under my butt that I was not enjoying. How's that for a 5:30, 7-minute story that really goes nowhere? And I should have just kept to myself to begin with. Cheers. Welcome to gathering number 980. I was actually thinking about, they have, I can't remember, there's a term for this. Allie and I are getting to the place now where we don't do any screens with our girls. They don't watch any TV. Not at home, not on vacation. There are a couple exceptions. When we go on flights, they get to watch TV, which has now made flying in airplanes pretty awesome, because they are so starved for screen time. They want to. There's a flip side to that, because they also don't really, because they don't watch any TV, they don't really have the capacity to absorb more than some amount of TV. I am sure this will change over time, but their minds want to do other things eventually. But there is a kind of TV that they say, right? If your kid's gonna watch TV, it's like low impact TV or low. It's like the old school TV that, like, right, isn't like flash changing scenes and screens, right, like every 2 seconds. It's not like coming at you with this concept and then this concept, right, which is basically the trend in all content, all video content these days, right? Like, don't let the viewer's attention waver at any moment. And but there is, right, some kind of like low impact TV stuff, some of those, right, old school cartoons that really aren't flipping between scenes and colors and right, Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street, right, like old school, like kind of low impact. Anyways, I was thinking about that. And you gatherers who've hung out with me for so long, you know, I've been looking at our statistics, and there are, right, well, early in this morning, and right, the numbers of you who hang with me live in the mornings oftentimes mark a small percentage of our actual gatherers. A lot of our gatherers come to us after the fact and watch, you know. You know, there are somewhere usually between 5,000 and 10,000 people that still watch these gatherings, which I find pretty incredible because it is so low impact, right? I remember one of the coolest things about being out in this desert is when you're gathering at the same time every single day, right? And it was the opposite side of the sun. During those days, the sun would set earlier and earlier through the wintertime. But I never really before had a notion of right, how the sun slowly changes its rising and setting times. I mean, you know it, but to be out when the sun is rising and setting every single day at the same exact time, and kind of be viewing things low impact enough that you can notice the slight minute to minute changes from day to day of the sun setting. What a gift to get to live like that for a little while. I would love someday to be experiencing a pace of life where I could, right, be acutely aware of that, just because I'm paying attention close enough. You know, as I'm thinking about that this morning, because we've done a handful of these sunrise gatherings, and if you've noticed, it's brighter now at this point in the gathering than it has been before, and it's only been, right, a week and a half since I've been out here, but at this point you'd still see me in shadow, I feel like. Can't seem to get this guitar in tune this morning, which also brings me back to our gatherings way back in the day. Well, you know, I've also been watching the moon get fuller and fuller each night. Which has been cool. We were discussing last night as we were sitting up on this deck. I gotta get further outside the camera. Really, this is... At this point, we're 20 minutes into this gathering and I have only played one song, and I mean, this is too low impact. But I need to get myself far enough off the screen so that that camera is focusing back there and not on me. There we go. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for being low impact with me. Anyways, we've been noticing the moon getting fuller and fuller. We're getting closer and closer to full moon. Out here at night, as the moon gets bigger, all of these rocks and boulders that we sit around, well, they reflect that light pretty bright. It's amazing how glowy the desert looks under a full moon. It's pretty cool. I must be driving in a direction as each day gets farther, I'm feeling like home. Must be striving without reflection as each day gets farther, I'm feeling like home. Little moon, guide me on, counting my paces, dust on my laces, walking with ghosts that ain't go what is gone, trying to cherish quietly the things I have today. Little moon, throw just a little glow to guide my way. I've made so many mistakes, but without each and every one of them, I would not be in this place. And I tried to throw the wood headbands and could have been away and practice my falling with grace and feel the wind whisper on my face. Just surviving my imperfections when days are falling, I'm feeling like home. Little moon, guide me on, counting my paces, dust on my laces, walking with ghosts that I am what is gone, trying to cherish quietly the things I have today. Little moon, throw just a little glow to guide my way. Oh, little moon, guide me on, counting my paces, faces, dust on my laces, walking with ghosts like what else gone. Trying to cherish quietly the things I have today. Little more and throw just a little blow to guide my way. To guide my way. To guide my way. All right, we're gonna do some things because this is still not wanting to focus back there. Maybe if, okay, this could be a thing. Thank y'all for joining me this early. I mean, I appreciate that where you all are, it's not this early. Or where a lot of y'all are. I'm guessing there are not a lot of West Coasters hanging with me right now. But I could be wrong. Early risers everywhere. I mean, certainly when I do the sunrises out east, there are a bunch of you with me, amazingly. That always does amaze me. But let's see where we're going here. Let's get that. I want to get you right to the spot where that sun is going to peek out over those hills. Not too long from now. I'm gonna try not to fall off this deck. All right. Let's try a little something here. I'm playing your leftovers still from Request Night, 2 gatherings ago. Yeah, it is crazy that in a handful of days we'll be playing shows again back east on Friday. Liz, I see you. We're going to be in East Greenwich at the Odeum. Awesome old school theater. I think we're going to have more people there than we ever have before, and that makes me really excited and psyched. That's gonna be a fun night. We love that theater, and we love the fact these days that every place we play, it's seeming like we're getting right. We're blowing away our old attendance numbers. It's a really exciting time to be a part of the Adam Ezra group in our extended family, of which you all belong. On Saturday, we're playing our first ever, believe it or not, I mean, I think we must have played some like festivals in Worcester over the years, like 1 or 2 shows, but really this is kind of like our first actual show in Worcester. For being a band from Boston, it's absurd that we have no history in Worcester, Massachusetts, which for those of you who are not familiar with Massachusetts, Worcester is about, I would say, an hour-ish outside of Boston. The most mispronounced name of any city in the country, I believe. spelled kind of like Worcester. But if you're from the Boston area, you know, it's Worcester. And if you're really from Boston, it's Worcester, kid. Worcester. Yeah, Connecticut and Worcester this weekend. It's gonna be weird to be back with the bandies. And that one on Saturday. I apologize for maybe if I'm getting any of you excited about that one. That one's been sold out for a while now, which is super cool. So, anyways, we're coming back east. I'm gonna start playing around. I love having a couple weeks to dig into my family here, but man, I miss playing out. I really do. How lucky am I to have a job that I love so much, right? I don't want to go to work. Let's see the sun today. See what trouble we can get in on. Eat the water is blue and gold this time. And secrets in every four lights so up to 1 hours until they're gone. I said, hey, nah. I got this thing that I keep feeling that hey, nah. Hey, sweet, beautiful thing, how I want you to smile like the sun shines all around the door you bring. Hey, it's on the fly, we stick together as time goes by. There's nothing that's better than you and I. Sweet, beautiful thing, yeah. Finally, everybody cut us loose. Put on your jacket and your hat and boots. Let's find that way the road will take us. I play all of your favorite songs, dropping it steady while you sing along. We'll show the world they can never break us. I said, hey, nah. I got this thing that I keep feeling. Hey, nah. Hey, sweet, beautiful thing, I love what you do, smile like the sun shines, nothing like the joy you bring. Hey, me on the fly, we stick together as time goes by, there's nothing that's better than you and I. Sweet, beautiful thing. Hey, sweet, beautiful thing. Yeah. Hey, sweet, beautiful thing. Hey, sweet, beautiful thing. Hey, sweet, beautiful thing. Hey, sweet, beautiful thing. I like walking and smile like the sun shines, nothing like the joy you bring. Hey, miss on the fly, we stick together as time goes by. There's nothing that's better than you and I. Sweet, beautiful thing. Sweet, beautiful thing. Sweet, beautiful thing. All right. I gotta fix something that's bothering me. Okay, mess up everything for a second or two. Oh, God. Come on, little guy. You can do it. There's a... let's see if that helps. Hi. Nobody needs a close-up that close. At 6 in the morning. Okay. There we are. That feels a little better. We're going to do one more of these sunrises, by the way, before I get out of here. I'll try to do a little better job of announcing it ahead of time, letting you all know, but I fly out of here on Wednesday morning, and Wednesday morning at sunrise, we're going to do our last desert gathering. Maybe for quite some time. So I really am. It's a little chilly this morning, but when we first got here, it was freezing in the mornings. It was literally freezing in the mornings, and it's nice. This is comparatively pretty nice, and even on the freezing mornings, so worth it to look out. Get to look out at that for a little while. Last night was a rocky one, tonight is coming soon. The rain keep falling heavy on my head. My brothers and my sisters all in hands and marching on. It's the only thing that gets me out of bed. And I may grow River Jordan, yeah, and they fade the rising tide. Well, I got a simple plan to get us through these stormy days. Hey, hold on to each other, find a way. We got to hold on to each other, find a way. Got the preachers on the left, the politicians, they're on the right. The news shouts panic everywhere we turn. But when the ones who talk the loudest also pay their says the most, you better question what they're trying to make you learn. And I may cross the River Jordan, yeah, and may face the rising tide. When there are cards around the table, there's only one good hand to play. Hold on to each other, find a way. We got to hold on to each other, find. Well, I am marching for tomorrow. Well, sometimes I do despair that I don't possess the will to carry on. But my brothers and my sisters keep me tethered to the wheel, and I know they keep on singing when I'm gone. And I might cross the River Jordan, yeah. I may face the rising tide. Let our voices be a beacon until we live in better days. Hold on to each other, find a way. I said in our darkest hour, this is what we must relay. Hold on to each other, find a way. Through the toughest hurdles, these 8 words, what we're gonna say. Hold on to each other, find a way. We got to hold on to each other, find a way. We got to hold on to each other, find a way. Nice leftovers, y'all. We've had a lot of them. We are almost finalized with album artwork. The Revelate album released on June 20th. We are racing the clock right now to get the album into production so we can have vinyl ready for y'all come CD release, come album release time. Pretty exciting. We'll very soon be able to announce a way for you all to order pre-release copies of the music signed by me and the Bandies. And through the process, I've been kind of digging back into the recordings. And man, I know we've been trickling out some singles, but I don't even know if the singles are my favorite songs on the album. I mean, they surely are not. As a matter of fact, the group of songs, there are 13 songs on this album. We've released 5 so far. And the group of songs on this album, and the recordings, I am loving so much. And I can't wait for you all to be able to hear them out there. I really can't. What a cool thing. This is one of them. P.S. Can I get a night man for the sunrise? A cold beer at the end of the day. Late night hang with a friend of mine, and all the things that don't need to sing. A simple song I could sing along, my belongings on my back. Feeling alright when I turn out the light. Get a night man for that. You're the sweetest thing that I ever did see, like a pretty star on a movie screen, like brand new chrome in the sunshine gleaming. Ooh. You are perfect like bacon frying with the sun coming up over my campfire. If you'd have told me so, I'd have called you a lie. Yes, I should have known better. I need another amen to finish this letter. Can I get a night man for my family, for rock and roll station on the radio, playing all the old songs I love. The road I chose, and no one goes. It brought me across your path. For the miles we'll drive for being alive. Can I get an amen for that? You're the sweetest, whoa. You're the sweetest thing that I ever did see. Like a pretty star on the movie screen, like brand new comb in the sunshine gleaming. You are perfect like a baked fry with the sun coming up over my campfire. If you told me so, I'd have called you along. And I love you like syrup running off my cakes. Gonna hold you close through the burns and the breaks. Gonna build our dreams from the love we made. Give my heart forever. I need another amen to finish this letter. Well, yep. It's all happening back there. It's all happening. Let's make sure you can see what's going on. So you can. I want you to see how there's kind of like a flat top to the right side of the screen here, right? And maybe it's your left side of the screen. I am not sure. By the way, am I still? Here's what I don't know. I reset a setting on the phone, and I am actually wondering if I am no longer flipped backwards as you're watching me on selfie mode here. For many gatherings, Facebook allowed me to flip the screen when live streaming, and then they took that feature away. But I think I was able to figure out a way to not have the screen flipped kind of globally around my phone when I'm on selfie mode. I'm not sure that it's translating to this. I am backwards still. Alas. It's an imperfect world. Okay, so on the right side of your screen, you can see the flat top peak right there. Now, different people have different names for that. Our friend Janice, who used to live here in the Gulch, owns about 10 acres of boulders in right underneath that flat top, and she always knew it as Black Lava Butte, and right next to this beautiful open area called Hondo Wash, which a lot of off-roaders like to drive like crazy people on. At the end of a place called Roadrunner Rut, a crazy drive. We went out there yesterday. Me and the girls went out there just to check on Janice's place for her. We like to do that. She don't live here anymore. She's in Arizona, but we like to check on her place for her. Anyways, I'm telling you this because for those of you that know the song "The Last Ride" of Bobby McGee, right? It's the story of Bobby McGee, right? Here comes that son. rolling, hitchhiking across the country, starting way up north in the top of Maine, and where he ends up is in a place I called Parsons, California, which is really this place. But this also happens to be the place where Graham Parsons kind of wrote his last songs and ended his life. And I wanted it to be a shout out to him. So he ends up in Parsons, California, which is really out here. And in the last scene, as he is walking out into the desert for the very last time, there's a line that's saying they saw him walking out towards Blacktop Canyon, and that's Black Lava Butte, and that's the butte right there, that sun is coming right out over right now. It's been nice hanging with you all this morning. Thanks for hanging with me. Wednesday morning, 5:30. It'll be our last sunrise together out here for a little while. We'll soak it in. Will y'all join me again? I would like that. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink till the wind did our back. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain, yeah. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here's to us, know that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to the rain and good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up till the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who want with us. Here is to us, and only we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around in good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one. This night is our last. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Extremely Low Impact Television. Gathering number 980. We still have not figured out how we are going to celebrate 1,000 gatherings together. We got to do that. Once this album artwork is in the can, Team Adam Ezra Group is we're going to put our heads together, because I feel like we should celebrate this accomplishment together somehow. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I hope wherever you are today, you're doing all right. I will see you at 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday, Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And for those of you hanging in Germany, that should be about 1 p.m. Manageable compared to where we usually are in your daytime schedule. Anyways, I appreciate you all hanging with me. Thanks for being here this morning. And please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you guys soon.